What's up guys, Draco here, and today I'm going to give you a quick one on a few creature stances that I know. Some basic tutting, maybe a little bit of digit style tutting, and then some basic full body angles. Alright, so starting with, well, let me go back, watch my first two videos with the finger fitness episode, or episode. All this muscle memory will come down when you keep practicing those, because a lot of it comes down to isolating your fingers, moving one at a time, being able to do opposite effects. Right? Okay. Creature stances. So, first, simple one, cross your hands. I mean, you can do it like this too, but I personally like it like this. So, it's a little easier to hide. Butterfly. Alright, just do a finger wave. Then, from there, same position, except spread your thumbs out and a little bit more downward so your thumbs are pointing at them. Hands up again so they can kind of see all of your hands. Spider. Rawr. Then you've got your smiley face. Everyone should know this one. These are all good. Creature stances are good for when you need a brief moment to think, what am I going to do next? So, bam, wow, smiley face. You've got, make sure you guys can see this one well. So your thumb will sink into the opening your hands make, and these will form the top. And it's kind of a rough heart. Some people see it, some people don't. Most of the time, a lot of people see it. So, if you can get your fingers in a better position than I can't quite get the index over the top. That's a heart. We've got your, so I call it a face monster head. I'm not quite sure what I want to call it yet. Still figuring it out. But, so, index and second finger down. Take your thumb, put it in between your index and your first and second. Right? Then on this one, so you're going to take your third and fourth, and with your first, you're going to reach. Now with this one, I have to spread my fingers up here. You might be able to still do it with them down here. But the idea is that you reach over to your index. Come on, cooperate fingers. There we go. Reach over with your index, and then your third finger on both hands becomes the eyes. Okay? Still working on that one. Now, with what did I say I was going to talk about? Basic tutting. With basic tutting, most of the time they end up on an even number. So keep that in mind, so it makes it a little easier to keep track of where you're going. Sometimes you get lost in the tut and you can't really find a position to go back to. At least it's happened to me before. So, tuts that'll almost always end up on an even number are just something like this, right? When you start adding twists or rotations into them, they end up more often ending on a odd number. But keep in mind, you can always count it and end on an even number, so you keep track of where you're at. So with that, just a couple of basic ones. So one, now these are fingers hinging. Right there. They're screwed together. You got a hinge between them. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4. So that's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. Now, don't ever count a double movement. Always make them an individual line. So, I almost counted this as 1, but it would have been, so 11. There we go, that's where it was. 11, so 11, 12, 12, there we go. Fingers were a little off. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, that one ended on an even. I usually don't count those ones because I usually just work my way back. But that's an example of a more complex, not quite the complex I'm thinking, but it's next level from just doing, that. Now make sure to practice. Make sure to practice both hands. You don't want one hand being better than the other. Don't bend my finger. There we go. So, practice the basic ones first, and then you can move on to the rotations, finding out what works, what doesn't work. And then basic full body. So, I don't do this a whole lot, but I do know a little bit. So, you can do that, so that, come back, now, see, I don't stretch these ones enough because I don't do them a whole lot, but you fold into, then, right, boom, down. You can get the full force, like the full set of your fingers, or you can keep it in a more individual look. Things like that. And then there are more complicated ones to do, but I don't practice that a whole lot, but I've been getting more into it. Let's see, what else? For now, I think I've covered everything that I needed to cover. I will see you guys in a couple of days, and think you guys have an awesome day.